Had a good question. Why do people hurt you even after you tell them what you have been through in your past relationships? I swear this is a good question. So, you have to think about it like this. When you first get to know someone, when you're starting to get to know someone, I should say, you're just learning them, learning their habits, their likes, their dislikes, um, maybe some of their pet peeves, etc. Right? Once you start to become more serious, then you want to learn a little bit more, like family, maybe, getting to know their family, children, if they have any, do they want children, maybe possibly setting some goals with each other. And it doesn't have to be longevity yet, but still setting some goals with each other, maybe going on vacations and things like that. Then as you're taking it to a higher level and you have decided that you want to be in a relationship, a committed relationship, then you want to start to really know a whole lot more about this person. In the beginning, of course, you should definitely know if a person has been convicted of any type of crime, any type of sexual offender, etc., because you don't want them around you or your family if they have that type of history. So that should be established in the beginning. And I always would say just ask, or do your own research, because you just don't want to put yourself at risk. That's men and women. But fast forward. So as you're becoming more serious, of course, and you can share some things, but you don't share everything. All right. Um, Things that has happened in your past relationships. It depends upon who you're dealing with and how much they can handle. Because sometimes people cannot handle too much information, and you have to kind of feel that out. If they want to know a little bit more and you're comfortable with that, that's okay. But they need to know that they ask those questions and they need to be able to handle that. If they can't, then, of course, it's the obvious. You will go your separate ways. But if it's just a past that, things that has happened or someone hurt you or maybe cheated or something like that, and you share those things and that person turns around and does the same thing, it's not your fault. So I don't ever want you to think it's your fault. What it is you have selected a similar person. Um, and we do those things. Sometimes when we haven't completely healed or we think we've completely healed, unfortunately, we become attracted to kind of the same people, depending upon our experiences, our past, growing up, what we've seen, what we've heard, what we've encountered in our own families. So those things become the norm. And unfortunately, we select the wrong types of people. And that can just continue to happen. Therapy is a good place to start if you're trying to rid those type of things. Um, Also, having someone help you to see, what's a better option to select. Because if you're not doing it right by now, you might need a little bit of help, and it's okay. They have a lot of relationship coaches. They have a lot of people who can give you information and tell you whether this person seems like a good match, a good fit, not. Some of the red flags that you may not see or be used to seeing. So it's okay to get help, right? But don't ever take on someone else's issues, okay? If they're a cheater, they're just a cheater. If they're a person who lies all the time, they just lie all the time. It has nothing to do with the fact that you told them your ex was a liar or a cheater, okay? They were bound to do it anyway. You do not change people. People are who they are. So I would say look deeper, and going forward in your next relationship, identify what was similar in each relationship with these people. Go back to your childhood too. Maybe it's some things you've seen or people you've seen react or act out the same way, have the same characteristics. Figure that part out first, so that when you get with the next person, you try to avoid those red flags as much as possible. Now, don't do it so much where you become anxious. That's why I say get some help, get some therapy, have someone help and guide you, a relationship coach, etc. Okay? But don't ever take on someone else's trash, okay, that they bring to the relationship. You should feel safe enough that when you become more loving and caring towards a person and more invested, that you should be able to share some things with them without turning it on you. It's really not turning on you though, but it's just who they are. All right? So we just got to continue to work on ourselves. I say the same thing. I work on myself all the time. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We're all in an imperfect world. But this is what we do. We help each other. We share information. So I hope this helps. Continue to love, learn, and grow. Have a wonderful day.